Strategy 15-second border for the final time this weekend, folks. In the 5-second border's turn. Let's go racing, 13 minutes plus a lap. It's about a 14-minute main. Hunter Lawrence around the outside, but up the inside, Tom Vial, and it's Vial.
Just teeing up Lawrence's left and right.
Well, he likes that. Been a fan of that this weekend.
Yeah.
But it's Tom Vial who leads the way. Second is 137, maybe Escoffier. And then Webb up the inside into third as he nips by Subaras into fourth. Where is Malcolm Stewart? In seventh place at the moment. So Vial, Escoffier, French 1-2, Webb third, Subaras fourth. Tell you what, the French are all over the front end of the pack here in this opening lap of race 3.
Yeah, good for the local fans. I get to see cheer on Tom. I'm sure the Lawrences will not be cheering him on.
No.
But yeah, absolutely good for the fans there to see Tom lead some laps. Escoffier too, really good surprise. If you're Cooper Webb, you're like, hey, I can get both these guys to get going.
So it's going to
Webb's like, who is that guy, for one? Who is this gentleman in front of me?
3-digit number, some kind of amateur.
Escargot?
Yeah.
Really confused.
Get Escoffier off the track.
Yeah. Get the end of this first lap done then. Tom Vial leads for Honda HRC. Escoffier second on the Yamaha. Cooper Webb there third for Monster Energy Star Racing the Yamaha. Fourth we've got Subaras. Hunter and Jet fifth and sixth. Malcolm Stewart in seventh position. And the three AMA Monster Energy Supercross riders line astern as they hit the whoops. No real big gains or losses for either of those three riders in that whoop section. But this race still with 11.5 minutes plus a lap to run. There's how it would finish at the moment. Stu, Webb, Subaras, Vial fourth, and Hunter Lawrence would be fifth overall. And what did we say at the start of the race? Jet Lawrence could find his way onto that third step of the podium if things go well, but things not going great at the moment. Just that poor start.
Malcolm just got Jet too in that race.
No, he didn't get him. He's still behind him. He tried to get up the inside of him. Oh, actually, that was on Hunter. I apologize.
He got Jet at the end of this rhythm.
Yeah.
Jet backed out of that 4, and Malcolm did it.
Yeah, he tried to park Hunter. I thought that was Jet.
Oh, Jet trying to get up the inside of Malcolm Stewart to regain that position. Everybody's flown by Escoffier. So Webb now up to second, Subaras up to third. Escoffier getting beaten up left, right, and centre because Hunter's gone through, Mookie's gone through. Jet Lawrence about to go through as well down that rhythm. That'll all be changed as we hit the end of lap 3 this time around. And Vial has now been passed by Cooper Webb. So Webb leads, Vial second, Subaras third, Hunter Lawrence fourth, Malcolm Stewart in fifth. And then Jet Lawrence, here's how he did it, end of the whoops. Tucked back down the inside, Vial tried to get across. Cooper Webb saying, I don't think so. Here's the elbow. And Malcolm Stewart finds his way past Hunter Lawrence, goes after Cedric Subaras. No pressure, and it's very easy to think when you're in Malcolm Stewart's position that you can win something like this. Could be one of the biggest wins of his career. Yes, he won an AMA Supercross round earlier this year, but to win something like this over 2 days, the consistency of riding and the level of consistency you need to execute to be in this position. He's just gone out and done everything, executed the plan perfectly. He's now up into, what, third place? And he's got one hand on that trophy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he has already done really the hard work.
Great job in the rhythm, staying tight. He got Subaros was doing the same rhythm, 2, 3, 4, 1. But Malcolm stayed tighter than him and got by Subaros. And now, you know, exactly what the Lawrence brothers trying to get around Cedric while Malcolm is putting time on both of them. So
yeah, Hunter tried to rough him up there at the end of that whoop section into that left-hander. Jet Lawrence now trying to find his way past his brother on the number 96.
And they're both not doing the ideal rhythm, right? So they're getting held up, and this is a great job for Malcolm Stewart right here.
Right, is there? No, it's not going to be a quad here. I don't think there's too much traffic around, although he did go by a back marker in the previous race as he unlocks the quad.
We've got a look over there from Hunter.
So good race this for Cedric Subaras, but what about Cooper Webb if he can finish the weekend out with a race win? But he's still got 8.5 minutes to go. Look at this, Hunter Lawrence up the inside. Jet's going to do a twofer. He'll say, thank you, bro, opening up the opportunity for me. He goes and moves from, where, 6th to 4th in the blink of an eye.
Straight out of Talladega Nights there, that group, the brothers coordinating.
Yeah, he set that up perfectly.
Hunter Lawrence coming straight back at his brother. Oh, I'll tell you what, a little bit of rubber on rubber there in that turn. Triple single, hasn't been able to jump the quad so far in this race yet. But Cooper Webb, what is the gap between him and Tom Vial? 2.2. Stu is behind a little bit, what, about another second?
Yeah, Malcolm's coming.
Closing down the whoops as well into that left-hand turn as we keep an eye on this battle here. As Jet Lawrence tries to put some distance between himself and brother Hunter. Here's Mookie Stewart up the inside, finds his way past. Tom Vial moves into second position.
Yeah, he's going to be on Webb here in 2 laps.
Yeah, hasn't finished out of the top 2 all weekend long. Malcolm Stewart, that's what you call consistency. 3 wins yesterday, he's eyeing up 3 second-place finishes here, but 7 minutes plus a lap to go, only 2.2 in it between him and Cooper Webb. Is he going to be rounding out with a race win to seal the deal?
2 laps, he'll be on him.
Yeah, we got impressive riding from Malcolm again. For a guy whose bike apparently has an issue, and for a guy who hasn't ridden much, he is on fire right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if Jet can close it down. The last lap time around, Malcolm set his fastest time. Jet set his fastest time. So we got 2 guys peaking right now. And Coop's not far off. I mean, he was 46.9. Well, actually, I take that back. He was pretty far off that last lap. So Coop's got some work to do.
Yeah, 45.3, 46.9, 1.8 the gap down between first and second at the start of this lap 8. Cooper Webb knows he's going to have his hands full any moment, and that's one of the reasons why the triple single versus the quad into that second turn. And you can see how much of a difference that makes. And he's also got that good rhythm right in front of us as well, where he pops a quad in the middle and then rounds out with a single, back in the opposite direction there. Whoop speed. How much of a gain is there going to be? Not a lot, but Malcolm Stewart. Talk about a...
Yeah, may want to take a breather. He's had quite the weekend.
So Jet Lawrence then up the inside, moves into third. And Cedric Subras, where's he? He's in 6th place. So the 3rd place on the podium is still up for grabs here.
Here's a pass.
And quad to take the lead. What a fantastic ride that was. And line, we knew that it was coming and he had enough room. But Malcolm Stewart from out of nowhere pulls about 3 or 4 bike lengths in one move on Cooper Webb to take over the lead on lap 9. Fans love that, on their feet. We'll get a replay of that as well any moment now, I'm sure.
And Jet's figuring out that rhythm line now and doing from the inside, 2, 3, 4, 1. He's figured that out. He's too far back, I think, to really make a dent right now. But
yeah, he's about 6 seconds back.
Not impossible to get to Webb, but he would have to turn some really hot laps.
So I think 3 wins, 2 seconds, and a potential win here for Mookie.
I think for Webb, the key here to stay with Malcolm. If he has any chance of staying in front of Jet, he's going to have to stay with Malcolm, because between the quad and the whoops, a lot of areas for Jet to make up time.
So Malcolm Stewart, what a performance it has been all weekend.
This is about a 27 on the surprise scale, man. This is incredible. Good job from Malcolm Stewart, Rockstar Escamona. He looks on another level right now. Fantastic.
How long's the flight back to Florida from Paris? 6, 7 hours?
Yeah, 8.
8 hours? I'll tell you what, that makes 8 hours a lot sweeter, doesn't it, when you have a performance like this?
I mean, hey, Jet was right behind Malcolm. So this is, the guy that won the first 2 main events, was right there and could have made this happen. Held up a little bit by Supercross, but full march to Malcolm Stewart for pulling away from the 18.
I mean, that's what off-season races, stuff like this happens. Like, think about how many times Larry Ward would come out, dominate in the off-season. Justin Brayton come out, dominate in the off-season. Like, just see things you don't always expect. That's what happens at these races.
Yeah, and you've got Cooper Webb, of course, riding around constant upgrades and changes to the motorcycle, trying to get himself comfortable. That's what Peanut was saying yesterday as well, just making a lot of little changes here and there just to try and get the thing set up a little bit more finely tuned.
Yeah, I was talking to Coop a little bit about his setup, and I said, well, what are you going to do? And he said, well, what we need to do, we can't do. So, a spring raid or something.
Just because of lack of parts here.
Yeah, exactly. So, they've been doing clickers and things like that, but it sounded like what he wanted to do was a bigger change, and obviously here in Paris can't quite do it.
Yeah. So, 3.5 minutes plus a lap to go. Jet Lawrence here, he's up into 3rd. Wonder how that changes the overall dynamic of the overall classification, because if Jet was to go out and win and have other things fall in his favor, then he was going to be 3rd overall. But Tom Vial was ahead of him at one point, so too was Subras. He's now found his way past both of those guys, but it'll be interesting to see how that leaves him. May still leave him off the podium.
Two back of Supercross going into this one, I believe I saw on the scoring, so he should be okay to get third overall. Jetson should be.
Jet's on it right now. Malcolm's kind of, I'm sure he's cruising a bit, but Jet has turned in some really quality laps the last couple.
Yeah, it was. Mookie was on 7, wasn't he? Cedric was 25, Lawrence was 26, Hunter, and 27 for Jet. So.
He's tied with his brother,
and he finishes ahead of him, so he should get it.
Yeah.
And he's had 2 race wins as well, so if one doesn't get it, then the other kind of scenario does. So still eyeing up potential third overall then. But
Jet's getting closer to Cooper Webb right now. We got...
Jet set the fastest lap last time around.
Yeah, 45.2.
Last time that happened, he washed the front going into the whoops yesterday. Didn't end well, but no problems this time around with 2 minutes plus 2 to go. Here's Cedric Subaras, the Sub. He crossed the line in 6th place, 23 seconds down on the leader, which is still Malcolm Stewart, who's just having one of those definitive rides. Hasn't even looked back, has he? Hasn't needed to. He's just been on rails, found his way to the front once more, and from there, he's just made it look so very easy, as these guys do anyway, but he's just made it look easier than it probably is.
Watch Jet. I have Malcolm on screen, but where Jet's really kind of making up time is driving into those loops. Like he, zero hesitation from corner to entry.
The closing in speed there into that turn on Cooper Webb was immense, and Jet Lawrence was unfortunate not to find his way past, but then coming out of the turn.
Didn't get the quad that time, but he'd been going 4-1 there.
And Webb was able to pull the gap back out coming out of that turn after the whoops back down the start straight. But one thing we're going to get here is probably a quad into the turn just here.
See how much time that makes up.
Another couple of bike lengths.
Yeah. And Webb needs to switch that. Stop going outside right before that section as well. That's hurting him a little bit. But yeah, it shouldn't be long here. We got 3 laps to go, and Jet Lawrence is going to try to get.
Yeah, I would guess now he's going to try to go past him in the whoops, but.
Yeah, we've got back markers. That's going to be on the peripheral vision of Cooper Webb. And
there it is, up the inside.
Here we go. Oh, he just has to pull out of the challenge there. Webb to the inside. Goes defensive.
Jet quad here.
Oh, can't quite find a way through. A little untidy through the left-hander. Cooper Webb on borrowed time, potentially.
We'll with a lot of this in 2026 Supercross, I think.
Back markers trying to stay out of the way there.
Might block Jet here. Yep.
Yeah, he tries to, he thought going outside, yeah, it just messed him up completely.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hasn't been aware of anything that's going on, has he? Now he is, but when you've got the first 2 riders go by, Malcolm Stewart and Cooper Webb, you've got to suspect that somebody else is there closing in, especially when you hear that bike behind you. Lawrence now has a lot of work to do. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, that's pretty
much done.
Pretty poor situational awareness there.
But Malcolm Stewart, 5 seconds clear, coming back in the opposite direction over the FMX jump. The white flag will go out this time around to Malcolm Stewart, who is a lap away, about 45, 46 seconds away from taking the King of Paris title after many, many years of trying. James Stewart was victorious in 2008. We're on the verge of a first ever brother combo winning the King of Paris title. James Stewart doing his at the Paris Bercy Stadium, the Palais Omnisport, back in 2008 on a Yamaha. Mookie, Malcolm Stewart on a Rockstar Energy Husqvarna is just 3 or 4 corners away. The fans on their feet, the crowd favourite. Malcolm Stewart now starts the showboat as he hits that final rhythm. This is Jet Lawrence and Cooper Webb. Are they going to be afters here? Not quite. 2 corners to go for Jet Lawrence. Can he find his way through? We'll focus on Malcolm Stewart as he wins the Paris Supercross. Cooper Webb hangs on for second, Jet Lawrence third, and that may be the top 3 overall in the classification as well. We'll wait for confirmation, of course, but Malcolm Stewart, 4 wins, 2 seconds. What a weekend it has been for the number 27 Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider. Jet Lawrence and Cooper Webb just sharing a moment there about something that happened in that corner over there or whatever else.
He was letting number 72 have it there.
Yeah.